Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and password. Today is Sunday, February 13, 2022. Our annual theme is Living Everyday Wonder, and the topic for this month of February is the inner life. Today, our topic is cause or effect. We open each week with a spiritual practice called Affirmative Prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful and practical tool that helps to shift our consciousness so that we are open and available to all the good that is already present in our life. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. I'll be reading today from February 7, 2014. And just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. Today is the day that God is making, and I rejoice in the freedom of choice that I have and use. No thing can restrict me from what is right and true for me. And I open my heart and mind to the universal magnificence that is everywhere present. What a wonderful time to live and enjoy the multitude of grand and glorious experiences that are mine by right of consciousness. I welcome each moment of my day with joyous anticipation, knowing that I have the ability to create my day exactly as I choose. And today I choose joy, happiness, and peace. I know that the law of attraction is always operating in my life from my highest good. I allow myself to be a magnificent gift of the loving Spirit of God. I keep the high watch in thought, word, and deed, knowing that what I give my attention to through the power of my mind becomes my experience. I am so grateful for who I am and the abilities that I have been given to be a blessing in this world. I release these words into the law of mind, which always projects back to me the creativity of my thought. I know that this is already taking place, and I sit back and allow it to take place. Life is truly good, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by licensed practitioner Sheila McDonald from Paradise, California. And as we do each week, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week. And that is to awaken, and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. And this is done by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And this is further supported by our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And once again, I'd like to welcome everyone. Please know that we are a philosophy and we honor diversity in all ways, including all spiritual and religious paths. So please know that you are welcome here. We teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and it's based on new thought and ancient wisdom. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message, and we are meeting on Sundays at noon at Winston's Bar and Grill, Calle Peru 1231. And then hang out with us afterwards so that you can enjoy some great food and great conversation with like-minded people. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can post them, either here online, wherever you are watching the replay, or you can chat with me in person or send me a direct email and I'll be sure to respond. My inner dreams become my outer experience when I align with my divinity. I move the invisible into the visible. We are invited, we are invited to remember that not only am I one with spirit, but that this spirit is all that I am. I am that. It is essential to observe oneself in order to cease and desist from experiencing compulsive emotional behaviors. This is achieved by replacing automatic thoughts with reasoned thoughts. We are dressed in a body and we have a personality, but we are much more than that. We are divine beings who have come to work on our consciousness, to remember who we truly are, and to remember our essential being. For this, we have dressed in this suit of flesh that is the vehicle that we need to function on this plane of existence, to fulfill our transformation, to live a life where we were born to live. We can live life from a position of power, knowing that we come from a higher place and that there is an intelligence behind our existence. So, our topic today is cause and effect. What exactly is that? Well, cause is that which causes or produces an effect. And the effect is the product of the cause. Every manifestation is an effect, and every effect is subject to its cause. Everything we perceive with our physical senses is an effect. Although the principles themselves are invisible, we see their effects everywhere in our world and in our universe. Our use of this principle does not change in any way. It is always there, ready to respond and make itself known in the visible world by the results of its activity. The principle is invisible and is the first cause, and the result is visible and the effect. Each word or thought is creative, and therefore it is through our conscious thoughts or subconscious beliefs that we are the co-creator of the conditions of our life. Our individualized consciousness is reflected in our experience. We get what we give and we attract what we are. It is only when we ignore or misuse the universal law that we suffer from confusion until we bring ourselves back into alignment with it. Either way, it is always possible to introduce a new cause at any time and completely change the effect. In the Science of Mind Beyond Limits course, it says this: the reciprocal universe is the invisible counterpart of every visible form. We get what we give, if not now, then tomorrow, and we attract what we are. Conscious thought and or subconscious beliefs are the essential mental causes of our feelings and emotions. I am the co-creator of the conditions of my life. The power of the divine source operates through the energy that our thoughts emit. That invisible force in the quantum field make things manifest through us. What we experience comes through us, through our consciousness. The universe can only give us the good that we can consciously accept and recognize as ours because of who we are. And our minds, sorry, I keep losing my voice. Our minds are like video cameras, and our thoughts are recorded. And when we see them projected on the movie that is our life, we observe ourselves and analyze our internal dialogue. So when you want to change something in your life, you have to focus on what you want. Unfortunately, we often tend to think and talk about precisely the opposite of that which we do want. We can't have prosperity if we're talking about poverty. And what we focus on, we create. We feel agitated with inner tension, irritation, disharmony, and suffering when we generate negative thoughts. And these mental impurities cannot coexist with peace and harmony. And this is how we lose our health, by not healing and dealing with our emotions. And then we suffer unnecessarily, turning our life into continuous unhappiness. Our spiritual goal must be our priority, for without them, life is meaningless. Spirit knows no limits. Its desire is to give us everything, but it can only do that through us. By changing our thinking, there will be a change in our experience, and this will occur according to our acceptance and absorption of this truth. We must understand that what we have today is a result of what we believed yesterday. And what we have tomorrow will be the result of what we believe today. We can't undo the past, but we can take action today, in the now, to create a new future. In the Science of Mind Beyond Limits course, it says this: Holmes tells us that our hidden beliefs and deeply held convictions inevitably reflect in our experience and in our environment, both in the physical condition of our bodies and in all our affairs in general. So yes, feelings can be pleasant or unpleasant and painful. And emotions can be positive or negative. Both feelings and emotions are effects caused by our underlying beliefs. So the most revolutionary thing is to be able to find ourselves within ourselves. even if it is painful and frightening at first. Only by working on the cause will the change be shown through the effect. And here's another quote from Science of Mind, Beyond Limits. In the study of science of mind, we try to uncover our hidden beliefs so that we can consciously choose to change these beliefs in the areas of our life that are not going well. We must first reveal in order to heal. And life doesn't just happen to us. We make it happen to us. We shape our life, causing everything with our conscious thoughts or our subconscious beliefs. To change and evolve, we must observe our emotional and physical attachments, because we can only change that which we first recognize. Our consciousness is reflected through our experience. It is important to finish understanding that everything we see around us is an expression of ourselves. And when we understand this law, we will never again try to make someone else be different so that we can feel comfortable. We will look on the outside and change on the inside. Think about the network of relationships that you maintain with your parents, children, friends, co-workers, and your romantic relationships. They are all, in essence, spiritual experiences. Relationships are tools for spiritual evolution, and the ultimate goal is the recognition of oneness. Anthony de Mello, an Indian Jesuit priest and psychotherapist, wrote this: if you were to feel or look or sit and make contact with yourself, you would come to silence and things would be revealed to you. And we should act like nature, which is always in perfect harmony, understanding that when one loves with all of one's being, one approaches the truth, and whoever lives in the search for truth approaches full happiness. We have come to elevate our life through the Spirit by connecting ourselves to the divine Spirit. God is not an object of worship, but a presence dwelling within us. We are the temple of God, and wherever we are, God is. The life of the spiritual path goes beyond the common and ordinary, beyond the physical and visible. Thus, we must live with wisdom, expressing the best of ourselves at all times, living life from inside out. Our self-esteem is deeply connected to our relationship with God. When we stray from our spiritual path, we disconnect from the truth, and without realizing it, we fall into human dramas, which are feelings of fear, guilt, blame, shame, etc., thus losing our authentic power. What really affects us is not people, things, or conditions per se, but the thoughts and feelings that we harbor in our minds in relation to them. We have not come into this life for material or intellectual purposes. We have come to find ourselves. For if we do not find ourselves, we cannot go out to others. We all leave this world at some point, and we only take with us the level of spiritual consciousness that we have reached. So let us live awake with love and wisdom to find the deep and true meaning of life. In Discovering the Power Within You, Eric Butterworth wrote this: prayer is not something we do to God, but to ourselves. It is not a position, but a disposition. It is not flattery, but a sense of oneness. It is not asking, but knowing. It is not words, but feeling. It is not will, but willingness. And that leads us to our call to action. What you are, you choose to be, and you are demonstrating it at all times. Your way of communicating, your attitude, your actions, your life, your reality are the results of your consciousness. When we think that God punishes us, we are creating a God in the image and likeness of man. But God does not punish. There is only an impersonal law that responds automatically because that is its nature. There are only consequences according to the use we make of the divine law. To think that God punishes is like thinking that light produces darkness. God is love. So how can it be that love punishes? What kind of love are we talking about? God is love, and this love is unconditional. Oneness with God is the greatest and most important revelation there is. If we do not know ourselves, we can't know anyone else. And just like we can't love ourselves, we can't truly love anyone else either. People seek out and run away from many things, and they do not understand that what they seek outside, as well as what they run away from, is actually what is inside them. It is the unconscious where all programming is engraved. And what we seek, love and happiness, are already within us. They are what we already are. It is the awakening to our sufficiency that will liberate us, because the resolution of everything is within us. God is the principle of life, and the law is love. Only when we live connected to God will we be connected to love, because God is love and law. Love or cause shows us the way, and law makes this way possible. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, it says this: ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. And today our affirmation for the week is: I am a co-creator of my life. And so now it's our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta, so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today, and every donation is appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using PayPal through our website. Our website is www.offertory www.cslpv.org. When you arrive on the landing page, there will be a donate button. And when you click on it, it will take you to your PayPal, where you can make your donation in whichever manner you choose. Or if you prefer to mail a check, you can address it to CSLPV number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8N1. And now, if you would like to join me in our Offertory Affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and joining me for this time together today. If you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with change or digging in a little deeper or whatever it is that you are looking for in life, please connect with me. And if you'd like to become a member of CSL Puerto Vallarta for this year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact us so that you can be sent the current forms. And I'd also like to remind you to subscribe and like our YouTube channel and Facebook page. If you're interested in learning more about the science of mind teaching, we are now offering a class called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Details can be found on the website as well as on our Facebook page. Or you can connect with me for the details. This is a 5-week course that will be offered in mid-March. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Namaste.